Cooking with Gloria. I'm Gloria, and today I want to share with you a very Mexican and traditional dish. Pork meat in adobo sauce. It tastes delicious and it's great. I know that you and your family will love it and enjoy it. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. Are my ingredients. I have here cinnamon sticks, Baileys, allspice, cumin, garlic cloves, salt, oregano, marjoram, and I have the chili pods here. I have guajillo chili pods and pasilla chili pods, 1 onion, and of course our pork meat. Let's get ready. Let's start this delicious adobo at home and enjoy it with our family. I have a pan here just with water, and I'm gonna start adding my pork ribs. It's pieces of pork with a little bit of bone. I'm gonna go ahead and add it in here. I already washed it very good, and I'm gonna add it here. What I'm going to do now is I'm gonna add my garlic cloves, my salt, my Baileys. I'm gonna put it aside, and I'm gonna add half of the white onion I have here. This is how we're gonna cook it. All these spices are going to get really penetrated in the meat. So let's take it to the stove. Here in the stove, it's gonna be about 10-15 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start cleaning my chili pods. I wanna make sure that I get all the seeds out and even the little veins from the inside. If you don't want your dish to come out spicy, just make sure that you remove all the seeds and you remove the veins. And I'm gonna do the same thing with both type of chilies. I have guajillo chilies and pasilla. When they are nice and cleaned, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna start cutting them with the scissors in about 2 inches pieces, because we're gonna fry them and we want them all to fry at the same time. I'm gonna continue with the rest, doing the same thing, cutting it in very small pieces. Once this is done and everything is nice and cut, I'm gonna go ahead and slice my onion. And I'm gonna add it here to the same plate where I have my chili pods. And let's go see how my broth of the pork is doing. Here it has released on the top the little white foam, and I'm gonna remove it. Make sure that you remove it, or else the adobo will come a little dark, and that's what we don't want. We want to make sure that we take everything out. I'm going to cover and let it cook for about 1 hour before I come back. 1 hour has passed, and now let me touch it. It's nice and soft. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the liquids, because we want it to get it nice and seared and get nice and crispy. So I'm going to remove all the liquid completely. This is all the liquid I removed. I'm gonna reserve it because I'm gonna use it when I am blending my sauce. Look at this. It's really nice, getting all nice and crispy. Okay, this is really nice and done. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put it aside, and I'm gonna start by frying my chilies. My pan is really nice and hot, and I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons only of vegetable oil, and I'm gonna add the chilies. The chilies are gonna be in here for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, but just make sure that you're mixing them so they don't get burned. We want them to start releasing that delicious flavor of the chili pods, and then we're gonna just remove them. Once you could smell the chili pods, then it's time to remove them. after I remove them, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the pieces of onion, and we're gonna go ahead and brown them just a little bit, because the onion will release that flavor and will give the sauce such a delicious flavor, the adobo sauce. That takes about 1 to 2 minutes. Now they're really releasing their flavor. Now it's time to remove them, and I'm going to add them to the same plate where I have my chili pots. This is completely done. I have my blender here. I'm gonna add everything here to my blender. Of course, trying not to make a mess. And what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna add all the spices. This adobo is going to come out so delicious with all these spices, the cinnamon, with everything that we added in here. We're gonna go ahead and add at this moment the broth. We're gonna add it just enough so it gets really nice and soft. We don't wanna add too much or else the adobo will be too runny, and we want it nice and thick. Okay, it was blending for about 3 minutes, and now this is completely done. I am ready to start adding it, but before I add it, we're gonna put it through a sifter, and we're gonna sift all the ingredients. We wanna make sure that we don't get any little pieces of the chili pots. So that's why I'm putting it through the sifter. This is what is left. This is what we don't want in our adobo. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna mix it completely, making sure that everything incorporates perfectly. I'm gonna cover it for about 20 minutes, and then I'll show you how this looks. Make sure that you remove everything from the bottom and you taste it to see if you need to add just a little more salt. To my tasting, this is great. Let's cover it, and I'll see you back in 20-30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes have passed, and look at this. This is completely done. The meat has absorbed all the adobo, and it looks really good and delicious. My home smells amazing. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is really nice and tender. The meat has absorbed all the adobo, and the adobo is really nice and thick. It's not runny. Okay, this is completely done. Let me get my plate ready because I can't wait to taste it. I added some white rice, and I'm going to go ahead and add some pieces, and of course I'm going to add some adobo sauce. This dish doesn't come out spicy at all, but it really has such a delicious flavor with that combinations of the chili pots. Let me add some adobo sauce right on the top. And then I'm just ready to start warming up my tortillas. My comal is nice and hot, and let me warm up my tortillas because I can't wait to taste it. adobo. This is the part I love, I enjoy, and I really look forward tasting my recipes. I added some white rice and of course tortillas. And I have an agua de horchata. You already have it on my channel, okay? But I don't want to continue talking. I want to taste this. So excuse me. Mmm. Mmm. The meat is so tender. And the adobo is really, really delicious. Excuse me. Mmm. This just came out amazing. I hope, my friends, you can make it at home. Enjoy it with your family. This is a very traditional Mexican dish that I hope that you enjoy it and your family loves it. If you liked and loved my recipe, please don't forget to subscribe, give me thumbs up, share my video on social media so more people get to know Cooking with Gloria. Don't forget to push the notification bell. And if you did already, it's activated. And every time I make a new recipe, yes, my friends, you are going to be notified. I'm going to stay with all this delicious food. But before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying this delicious dish. Bye-bye.